Hello and welcome back to my Vampire Survivor series where I try to unlock all of the things. This episode, I am planning on unlocking a couple things. So first of all, this is what I've decided on for my seals, and that is because I will be playing Cavallo, or Cavallo, today, and I will be going to the Gallo Tower. And I did a little bit of research and I noticed that this guy pretty much, their weapon scales with luck, kind of. So there's like crits here. So I'm going to end up taking most of these weapons here because I'm going to go for kind of like a crit build with the cross, the cherry bomb, and whatever else. Because even though the cherry bomb can't crit, it is affected by luck. So yeah. So axe, whips, knife, and then I'm going to go the cross as well. So that's 4, right? Axe, knife, cross, whip, cherry bomb, and then if I can, I'd like to get the cat as well, since the cat is also affected by luck. It's basically a full luck build. Now, the main problem is that I know the cherry bomb is kind of trash, as you can see. It can be useful if it blows up, but usually it kind of just does this. It can only kill like one enemy at a time, so I'm not getting a ton of XP. And what would you know? There's the cats, who, you know, they're still not that useful, but I mean there they are. They killed a bunch of enemies. So, and there's the cross. Okay, so the cross will be pretty solid for us because the cross can actually kill quite a few enemies. So I think something that I also read on the wiki while doing a little bit of research is that I never even thought about this, but there are some weapons that they're affected by arcanas, but only if they're not evolved. So like the garlic is affected by the Divine Bloodline Arcana, but the evolution of the garlic, the Soul Eater, actually isn't. And that's not something that I realized. So, you know what? I think that it's time I come to terms with the fact that sometimes evolving weapons is just worse. So, yeah. I think I'm going to not evolve the cats, because the cats seem much better than the weapon evolution, which, you know, you can argue whether or not that's a good thing, but I'm gonna go with I'm not evolving the cats, which means that we really have quite a few item slots that are free, because the bracer is on this map, although I guess if we don't go up, then we won't get the bracer. So maybe we should just do that. Maybe we should just go upwards. Try and get that bracer for free. Or we could just pick it up as an item, but, you know, I want to maximize my build. So we need the bracer, we need the clover, which we have. We need the candelabrador. And we need the hollow heart. So I think that's 4, right? Or no, what am I saying? So we don't need to pick up the bracer. So we need the clover, the hollow heart, and then the candelabrador. So we have 3 open slots. That's pretty good. I would say it makes sense for us to get the tome, because the tome is always just really good. And then maybe something like spinach? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe just get the duplicator just cause more projectiles, more fun. I mean, we've got options. We could also just take the crown, because like the crown is always, you know, one of those items. But we shouldn't need as much XP on this run, so maybe the crown won't be as good. I don't really know. I did check, you know, if anybody's curious. I checked how many milk elemental kills we have so far, and it's only 1,200. And that's after doing like 3 or 4 runs in the dairy plant. So, yeah, it's rough. Let's go ahead and upgrade the cross instead, since we can actually evolve the cross. Ow. Okay, let's take that. Yeah, so right now I'm thinking duplicator, spinach, and tome are the items that I want. But that is preliminary, so maybe I'll change my mind. You know what, let's just see what this guy's got. Yeah, nothing that I want. We will have to play more Tacho again at some point, because even though we don't have any official unlocks for him, we still need to level him up to 80 to evolve the bone. There's the axe. It's nice not having any unions for once, because we don't really have to worry about like which items we take. We can just take like whichever weapons we want for a run. But I don't know, maybe we'll be a little bit weaker this time around, who knows. I don't feel weaker though. I feel pretty strong. Anyways, I should probably stop standing around, because the longer that we wait to go upward, we might end up having to spend quite a while running to the bottom of the tower. Although I am on endless mode, and we do technically need to go at least 31 minutes for the Arcana, so give me 1 second. Alright, I had to sneeze. I sneezed in the video that I recorded earlier today, because this is recorded the same day, although much later on in the day. But this time I managed to catch it. I don't know, I just got a weird, like, itchy feeling in my nose all of a sudden. So I'm like, let me mute real quick. I finally decided to spare you. Anyways, the cherry bombs are starting to pop off pretty hard, and I imagine once we get a decent amount more luck, it'll be even better. I mean, they're already exploding almost every single time. I think if we get the clover maxed out, they might just explode pretty much every time. And this is the perfect opportunity to just run up, since we've got the red skeletons. I think they only drop XP the first time they're killed, so we can just kill them once and then run away. And we can go ahead and get that chest down below us whenever we go for the return trip. I guess that's true of all the XP as well, so honestly, maybe we shouldn't even worry about this. Although, we will need to max out our inventory first before we take the bracers. And there's also those witches up there that slow you down, so I guess those are slightly concerning. I should probably be a little bit careful. Alright, we got the whip. Perfect. The whip will be nice on our upward trip. Not as much on our downward trip, but that's okay. That is something that I kind of dislike, is that there are some weapons that only target in like a single direction, which like is kind of interesting thematically, but it's also like, I want to use this weapon, but it just isn't good. Right? It's like, I don't know, the whip just cannot target downwards, and so it just feels bad sometimes. Also, there's our XP, I guess. So what did I end up saying? Was it tome, spinach, and duplicator? I guess so, right? Because we have the hollow heart, we have the candelabra door, we have the clover, we can get the bracer for free, and we don't want to evolve the cats. Yeah, whatever, let's take the duplicator. I'm pretty sure that's what I decided anyways, was to take the duplicator. Now, what would be really nice is if we could get the counterpart weapons for the cats. because then we'll be in Cat Central. By the way, does anybody know what our character is supposed to be? I always thought it was like some kind of like Bigfoot monster with a giant beard, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true. A lot of the character designs are not super clear because they're like tiny pixel art. But this one in particular has always mystified me. Like, are they wearing a robe or are they wearing a mask? Oh shoot, I almost picked up the bracer. Okay. Alright, so we need foam and spinach. Please. As fast as possible, if you would. I mean, it took us 8 minutes to get our way up here. So it might take another like 8 minutes to get back to where we were. And then it'll take forever to get to the bottom of the tower. But I mean, I guess, yeah, this run can go on like for as long as I want, I guess, right? I will have to stream later today. And this is probably... No, this is being uploaded on Monday, isn't it? So I won't even be streaming on the day this is uploaded. Feels bad. I should have advertised my stream in the previous video, I guess. Yeah. I will be streaming shortly after this, so I can't make like a 2-hour video, but you know, we got time. We got time. Let's just put it that way. By the way, I guess since this is being uploaded on Monday, if you are in the United States of America, then you will hopefully have the day off. I'm sure there are still a great deal of people that work on President's Day and other national holidays. But, you know, hopefully, if you wanted the day off, then you got it. And if not, then I hope the day is not too stressful for you. There are a lot of enemies here, but we are doing a lot of damage to them. It's just kind of hard to... Again, it's hard to go downwards, so we can't really get the XP down there, but we can get the XP up here, of which there's quite a bit. Stone Mask. I almost took that. I'm glad I didn't. Alright. So we're actually at level 34, so we're getting +1 projectile from the passive of our character. In a few levels, we should be getting another projectile, which will bring us up to a total of +6, I think. Right? Because we get +1 from the upgrade, +2 from duplicator, or it'll be +6 total. I don't know if I said that properly, but it'll hopefully be +6 total when we hit level 60. I think I said that. I guess the knife will be good with the whip, because the knife will kind of let us direct some of our damage in the direction that we want to go. The cross is also really good at clearing enemies, so you know, if we are able to like control the cross to fire upwards, then we should be able to get the cross to ricochet downward, which is really where most of the cross's damage is from, as well as like the evolution of the cross. That's really what I'm talking about. Is the ricochet, because the ricochet has like an infinite range, as far as I'm aware. And there's the tome, so we just need the spinach. And can we evolve one of our weapons? No, we can't, but we're not really close either, so honestly, let's take this. Nice. A hollow heart upgrade. That's just what I needed. Alright, well, you know what? Okay, there we go. I just realized we hit level 40. So boom, we got some extra projectiles. And I can't complain too much about where our run's at. Also, there's no witches up here. So I guess I was mistaken about that. I thought the witches were near the bracer, but maybe not. Ooh, there's another Arcana. Let's go ahead and pick that up. So I don't actually know which one we want. I mean, like, I was kind of talking about, like, getting the counterpart for the cats, but maybe we just want this. More cherry bombs. We already have a bunch of crit. I mean, again, the cherry bombs aren't affected by crit, but, you know, I don't know. Could be fun, I guess. More explosions. Why not? It's kind of interesting, actually. Like, the cherry bombs, the way that they work is somewhat similar to the bone, in that they kind of like bounce off of enemies, right? But it is different because the cherry bombs, I guess, slow down over time, and then they obviously have the chance of exploding at the end. I don't know how their actual stats compare, though, like damage, area, you know, projectile speed, whatever. I'm not sure about that, but it is interesting that they are so similar. At least in my opinion, they're very similar. Okay, there's the spinach. Boom. So now, we can take the bracer. Boom. We'll take that red gem right there. Take the axe upgrade. Just try and evolve our weapons at some point. Look at how much XP this is. And boom. Got the cross evolution. That's solid. And we'll go for the axe. Alright, now we can start heading downward. So we will go ahead and just pick up the Spellbinder on the way. Oh shoot, you know what I just realized? We actually did have a Union in our build, and the Union was the Vento Sacro. The whips. So that's my bad, but I mean, honestly, whatever. We'll probably be fine just with the Bloody Tear and not the Vento Sacro. But yeah, that was a bit of a blunder on my end. A miscalculation, if you will. It happens. I don't know what just made me think of that, but I was just like, actually, we kind of did need that, didn't we? Whatever. I mean, I'm sure the DPS on the Fula Waffulufu is way better than the Bloody Tear, but at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal, honestly, because, like, I don't think it's going to be a major source of our damage anyways. I don't imagine. I feel like a lot of our damage is just going to be the axe, and then the knives, and then maybe the, actually the Heaven Sword is probably going to be a lot of damage, and the cats are going to be a lot of damage. And maybe the Cherry Bomb. I don't know how much damage the Cherry Bomb is going to do. That'll be interesting to see at the end of the run. And obviously there are a ton of Cherry Bomb explosions, but I mean, is it actually good or not, is the real question. Alright. I remember I had a run where I had the axe evolution. So the axe passes through an infinite number of enemies, and I was running so fast that I was keeping up with the projectiles, and so I was able to just stack up the Death Scythe projectiles forever and ever. And I just had like 10 of them on top of each other. It was pretty fun. A lot of damage. And, you know, I mean, at this point, we can kind of just keep running. Hope we get an attractor orb at some point, I guess, and then pick up all the gems we're leaving behind, but... Meh. We do have a treasure chest here, which I think that we can evolve on knives. Ooh. Okay. Maybe a knife evolution, maybe a whip evolution, maybe neither. It looks like we're not getting an evolution. Yeah. Were they not maxed out, or was that just not a chest for that? They're maxed out. All of our weapons are maxed out. All right, yeah, it happens. And we're actually, it's kind of funny. We're almost full build. I guess that's what happens whenever you don't have a union, right? Is you just like max out your build instantly. Jesus. Oh, okay, well, we're 1 level away from max level. And we're 10 levels away from level 80, and we're only halfway through the run. So, yeah, we just need to evolve 2 more weapons, and then we're good. Oh, okay, and there we go. Boom. Oh, God, I'm getting a phone call. Alright, sorry about that. I guess I will have to actually do some editing for once in my life. Otherwise there's going to be like an awkward 20-minute pause or something in the middle of the video. Anyways, I don't really remember what I was talking about. So, I'm not going to continue on the same topic that I was before. But, yeah, you know, we're not doing too bad. 16 minutes in. Our build is pretty much maxed out. I mean, we're already on the limit break portion of our build, so, you know. And now there we go. We've evolved everything. We literally just need to pick up the Spellbinder. I guess we could pick up the Metaglio, because I think the Metaglio right is the one that gives us stat buffs, if I'm remembering correctly. Hopefully I am. I mean, if not, I can just banish it. I do have like 12 banishes or something, so no biggie. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Alright, now we just have to run down. So hopefully we can get to the bottom of the tower within, what, 14 minutes? And kill that boss down there. That way we don't have to stick around for too much longer after the 31 minutes are up. I mean, ideally we'd get there before the 31 minutes, and then we could just Alt F4 as soon as it hits 31. Because now I am running a little bit behind schedule due to my phone call, but it's fine. You know, sometimes you gotta prioritize family over video gaming. Only sometimes, though. Sometimes it's definitely games. Alright. Oh god. I think we picked up the curse item. Oopsie. Well, let's try and kill this guy. Oh my god, we destroyed him. Jesus. Okay, we're strong. I did not realize we were that strong, but I guess I didn't think about it, but our knives and our axes have curse, don't they? So they're probably going to be quite powerful. Or, not curse, they have crit, excuse me. And we have, you know, the maxed out clover, so we're probably critting forever. And the crits do even more damage. Alright. That Arcana is actually really solid. Like, just doubling crit damage is already, like, pretty decent. Even though there's not a ton of weapons that crit. But the fact that it then adds crit onto certain weapons, I don't know, man. It just gives you, like, 4 times damage on some of your weapons. Right? Like, I'm critting, and then I'm doubling the crit damage. That's 4 times damage on the knife and the axe. Kind of crazy. And then you add on the spinach, and it's, you know, increasing it even more. I mean, I could do this, because we do have a lot of damage, but I don't want to have to bother with that. We're just going to banish it, and we're not going to think about it, because we're just going to hold down. Hopefully we can just hold down. Yeah, we're good. We're holding down until we reach the bottom. Alright, cool. Well, I guess if I wanted, I could go ahead and just like play a mobile game or like, you know, watch a YouTube video or something. I don't know, I downloaded the Tower of God mobile game, which is kind of weird. It's kind of like an idle game, but like different than other idle games, if that makes sense. I think I've talked about this on my stream, maybe not in a Vampire Survivors video. I don't really play a ton of mobile games, like gacha games is really what I mean. I play like some like puzzle mobile games because I like to try and keep my brain active whenever I'm like riding the train or something. But like as far as gacha games go, I usually will play a game for a little bit. I'm not even gonna get that chest. And then I will like get bored of it after a while. Now this game that I'm playing right now is probably the longest that I've played a gacha game, because I've been playing it for what feels like months, which like for some people is nothing. Some people will play a game for years. I usually can't. But this game, I don't know, it's fun. It's very like low time commitment, which is what I appreciate about it. It's kind of like an idle game, so you know you don't have to really spend too much time on it. It's called Memento Mori. I guess if anybody's interested in it, probably not. You probably only care about Vampire Survivors. That's why you're watching this. I mean, let's be real. If you're watching my content and a video that has like 10 views, then you probably only care about that game, and you're really into it. But I respect that. Anyways, downloaded Tower of God game. Idle game, gacha game. I'll play it for a minute and then uninstall it probably. The other gacha game, really I think the best gacha game that I've ever played is Destiny Child. I think it's by the same developers that did like Goddess of War Nike, although that game is supervised by like a different publisher, so it's kind of not really their vision. But Destiny Child, that game is great. Like the character designs, they're very scandalous, but you know, they look nice. And even though the gameplay is not super involved, there is still some level of strategy and team building. I mean, I'm sure it's hyper optimized at this point. Like, that's another big problem with Memento Mori, is that there's basically only like a few characters that are worth playing, and really there's only like one character that's worth playing, so it's kind of like feels bad. Not a ton of creativity if you want to be really strong. But anyways, enough talking about mobile games. But I don't really have any other topics of conversation. I don't know. What are y'all interested in? I'm curious to know if there's anybody out there watching this that feels like commenting. Let me know what interests you. I can try to, you know, add part of that to my videos, maybe. A little bit of cross-pollination. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, even though I am making Vampire Survivors videos, there's only so much that I can talk about. Like, there's not a ton here. I'm literally holding the down key for the past 5 minutes. You know, just going down to the bottom of the tower. It's not super, you know, engaging content, I would say. You know, just how it is. But I'm still trying to make something happen. I'm trying to have a little bit of commentary. Otherwise, I mean, I guess I could just edit this out. That's what a normal YouTuber would do. Also, sorry, I'm blowing out my microphone again, I guess. I don't know how to control this thing, man. It's unstoppable, uncontrollable. Okay, here's something. I guess it's more video. Maybe I should keep it video game related and not like weeb culture related. Nobody cares about weeb culture. So, Xenoblade Chronicles X. I might have talked about this before. I think I only talked about it on my stream. I actually love that game because the soundtrack. I have talked about soundtracks before. and how I really appreciate a good soundtrack, and I think that it really elevates the experience whenever you're playing a game or watching a show, watching a movie, etc. I think the soundtrack is super important. And so, by the way, that was the boss. We were supposed to go at the bottom of the tower. Let's see what happens if we keep going down, though. I am curious. Yeah, so Xenoblade Chronicles X has one of the best video game soundtracks that I've ever heard, in my opinion. And so for me, that makes it kind of like a guilty pleasure, because the game is not really that good, honestly. Like, I am kind of a JRPG fan, even though I also hate JRPGs, which I know that makes no sense, but yeah, I don't know. I like that game. It's great. It's just fun, you know, to like run around and all that. Listen to the soundtrack. Anyways, sorry, I'm just getting distracted. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on, man. I got nothing to talk about. I need to fill another like 5-6 minutes at least. So the reason why I thought about that is because there is a song in the game called Uncontrollable, and I said uncontrollable earlier, so naturally it would follow logically that I must now talk about the song that I thought of. The soundtrack is done by... Oh my god, why did I just level up 50 times? The soundtrack is done by Hiroyuki Sawano, who's like a pretty famous composer nowadays for doing like Attack on Titan, as well as a couple other shows, but I think he's mostly known for Attack on Titan. But yeah, he did that game. It's great. The soundtrack, I should say. The game's not great. It's okay, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Just thought I'd bring that up. You know, as far as like other games that are similar to Vampire Survivors, I did think about. I mean, really. I probably mentioned this like near the beginning of the series, but I never really intended to make YouTube exclusive video gaming content. I thought about maybe just making actual like YouTube content that was like actual videos, but I never really intended to make YouTube exclusive gaming content. And I did have a idea for a stream at one point in time where it'd be like a Vampire Survivors like showcase. And so one of the games was going to be, I think, Soulstone Survivors. Another one was going to be like Bro-Tato, I think it's called. I've only seen that one a little bit. I ended up playing like a mobile game that was similar to Vampire Survivors at one point. And I'm sure there's a ton more. I think there's one like a VTuber Vampire Survivors. I don't know. I'm sure there's a gajillion of them out there at this point. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna play them, at least not on like as a YouTube series, because like, you know, once I'm done with Vampire Survivors, I'm gonna be looking for something else. If anything, honestly, maybe I'll just end my YouTube career after Vampire Survivors over. This is my magnum opus, clearly. You know, as you can tell by this amazing content where I just stand here as mobs just like disintegrate at a single touch. Yeah, I don't know. I think I said this in the previous video, which was this morning, ironically, but let me know if you have any ideas or any other games that you think could be interesting for me to play. I'm definitely down to at least check them out, even if I don't end up actually playing them. I mean, I did at one point think it could be interesting to like just play some like random free games. I mean, I did a Twitch stream of itch.io games that were free, and I played like 4 games on that stream. I want to say it was my first stream ever, and it was kind of an okay time. It wasn't like great content. It was also my first stream, so you know, if that counts for anything. But you know, it was content, and so it was something, right? So I don't know. It could be interesting just to like play free itch.io games, see what's out there. I mean, there are definitely games that are worth trying. The main problem with that is that most games on itch.io that are free are either horror games, which I hate because I get scared very easily. I'm terrible with horror games. Or visual novels is the other thing that you'll often find on itch.io if it's a free game. So, you know, it's a thing. Like, it's not necessarily a problem to play visual novels, but I definitely think that, at least on Twitch, it's a little bit worse. And I think if I were not to edit the content, which I obviously wouldn't because I don't feel like editing anything, although I will have to edit this video. So yeah, I don't know. I think I definitely think that the videos would just not be great. It's kind of why I hesitate to play something like DunkVT on my stream, because I don't think it's just great stream content if you're actually trying to pay attention to the game. I think it would be better for YouTube, so maybe it is something I should give a try, just like, and it wouldn't even have to be daily, I guess, either. I could just kind of like record it on my own time, which would be nice. I think that is one thing that I didn't like about the Dark and Darker series in particular, is that I was kind of forcing myself to play every day for as much as possible. I probably talked about this before, but I was kind of like forcing myself to play every day as much as possible because, you know, once the playtest was over, it was going to be over. And so I wanted to be able to capitalize as much as possible. Not like, capitalize probably isn't the right word, but like, you know, maximize my amount of playtime, I guess. But yeah, if I were to play something like Danganronpa, maybe I just wouldn't do it daily. That'd be easier. Anyways, there we go. That's the run. We got the 2 unlocks. We got the Arcana. We got the rerolls. So let's go ahead and buy those. And 134 out of 160. So let's see, what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 things to unlock that are not DLC on here. Obviously, we still have to get all the secret characters, but we're getting close, man. We're getting close. We still have 3 things in the collection, which I believe that I know maybe 2 of them. 2 of the things on here. I don't know. Anyways, I'm done thinking about it. That'll be it for me for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave your thoughts in the comments below whether or not you enjoyed. I hate doing that. I mean, like, I guess it's nice to like have comments, but I hate like asking people to like, comment, subscribe, all that. I never do that because it's like, I think it's kind of cringe. Anyways, hope you have a good day, good night. This is completely off topic. Whenever, wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you next time, where we're gonna try to unlock even more things. That's it for me. I'm out of here. Peace.